as we get set for our face-off. And certainly, Steve Shofey, when you talk about ball control and men's lacrosse, the face-offs certainly take precedence. Right here, Toby Price for Syracuse, Rob Tobin, and we're underway. Controlled by the Orange men. Battle in the crease. Wade trying to dish it out and coming away with it for Carolina is John Fox, the defenseman. And here comes Carolina in transition. Fox looks to pass back to Collins, and Collins will make his move. And Steve Shofey, Carolina has had a long layoff since their May 5th loss to Hofstra 10-9 regular season. That could help them here today in terms of fresh legs.
Oh yeah, fresh legs and an ability to prepare is the most important thing here today, and definitely works in Carolina's favor.
Carolina moving the ball. A left-handed shot by Wade is wide, and as the ball sails out of bounds, Carolina will maintain control. When the ball goes out the far end line, the attacking team nearest the ball gets it back. Spinning in close and falling down, and we'll have our first penalty here today, Steve Shofey. Spencer Deering was moving. Syracuse will clear out. That was just simply a turnover.
It was a moving pick, just like in basketball. Interference and a pick, just like in basketball.
Rourke Denver clearing out for Syracuse. Here come the Orange men. Matt Kutia. Matt Doyle, who's a good lefty attackman, working against the Carolina defense. Scramble back to the net and near the end line. And this is shot on goal and just wide right, as Brooks Brown did not have much of a chance of stopping that quick shot. Centering pass, great save. Jim Morrissey, a great left-handed shot for Syracuse, the senior attackman, 5'11", 173-pound senior, 34 goals, 24 assists for 58 points on the year. Jason Sanders moving in on as the second midfield gets a chance. Sanders centers. Carolina trying to make the move against the strong, close defense of the Orange men. Point-blank shot knocked away on that hard shot taken by Justin Bowman. Carey working it back to Sanders. Sanders over to Justin Bowman. Brendan Carey spinning. Brendan Carey with a pivot, looks to center, nothing there. Good ride there, good checking there by Rourke Denver, number 16 for Syracuse.
Tried to get up high enough to execute an inside roll. Syracuse defenseman did a great job holding off.
Carolina in control, ball knocked away, picked up by Sanders. Brendan Carey with a low shot, wide on the near side, and picked up and cleared out by Gephardt for Syracuse, but the Orange men throw it away. And that kind of sloppy clear attempt, Steve, you can't have that kind of clearing attempt when you have a team as opportunistic as Carolina.
Right, the team that makes the least mistakes today are probably going to be the team that wins. These teams are pretty close talent-wise and ability-wise, and it's going to be a matter of who makes the least mistakes.
Brendan Carey sends it in to Jason Wade, the senior midi ACC Player of the Year. He dishes off to Jude Collins. Jude Collins is the face-off specialist for Carolina. Collins spinning away.
Real good slide there by Syracuse.
Battle for the ground ball. Collins falls down. Great battle on the ground. Lead pass. Shot knocked away. Oh, what a save by Gephardt.
You know, Carolina couldn't have done that any better. They created the unsettled situation, came up with a ground ball, passed the ball to the open man. It was just a great play. Great goalie play.
Ryan Cummings falls down. Shot in front, opportunity. Unable to get his stick down was Rob Kavavic. And in the crease, violation against the Orangemen.
Yeah. Syracuse stepped in the crease. Carolina will be awarded the ball now, and they'll have to clear. There's the, great save. Great save there on a replay. Carolina did everything they had to do right on that particular play. Just great goalie play there by Syracuse.
John Fox with a long stick on defense, gets it back to Brooks Brown. He's still trying to clear against that. Good ride by Syracuse.
Syracuse doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of them and not really going for the home run check, turning it back. Now Carolina brings it across.
Spencer Deering sends it back to Wade. Wade spins. Looks in front. And the Tar Heels will have to reset.
Tar Heels are very deliberate, Steve. They're getting into their offensive sets, and they're being very deliberate in their offense, looking to go one-on-one.
Rob Tobin fires in front. Gebhardt is able to scoop it up.
And great defensive slide there. Goalie comes up with a loose ball and a nice outlet pass, pitch pass out to his defenseman.
Just under 10 minutes to go. First quarter, no score. Rourke Denver coming up. And Roy Simmons' teams does this a lot with the defenseman coming up front. Some would consider it too dangerous, and maybe Carolina will take advantage here in transition.
Well, here we have an unsettled
with
situation.
A pass in front.
And again, Carolina doing a nice job of backing that up, retaining possession.
Darren with a beautiful pass to Collins, and Carolina will retain. No shot again wide, that time by Justin Bowman.
Both teams are getting their opportunities offensively, but defense has dominated so far. There's been great one-on-one play and great sliding by the defensive teams.
Brendan Carey making a move against Rourke. Spin move by Bowman, he fires, and first score of the game for the Carolina Tar Heels, who take a 1-0 lead with 9:14 to go in the first quarter.
Real good shot by Justin Bowman. And bounced it, didn't just play catch with the goalie, put it in a tough spot to save, and the ball sneaked in.
Bowman, the 5'9", 180-pound freshman, with his 17th goal of the season. And North Carolina moves in front.
Kind of gave a little half fake dodge there and came back, got the defenseman to commit himself and came back strong and shot. Great play.
Drew Collins with a face-off with Jason Sanders, and it's controlled by Carolina. Sanders comes in close, low shot. Gebhardt on the near side of the net comes up with it.
We have a whistle, stoppage of play. Late interference against Syracuse, and Carolina retains possession. And they'll run their 6-on-6 offense.
Carolina with their second midfield, Jason Sanders, Mike Myers, Justin Bowman on. One with Carey, Phillips, and Deering on attack.
Carolina really looks to go one-on-one. They really look to
low shot. It's
to dodge and shoot.
Phillips tried to scoop it up, but Syracuse comes away with a ground ball, and Gebhardt is able to clear.
Gebhardt doing a great job on those pitch passes and getting them out to the defenseman, breaking up the field. Now Syracuse has an opportunity to run it 6-on-6.
Kavavic, he's their point guard on attack. Kavavic and Morrissey, two very dangerous attackmen for the Syracuse Orangemen.
Good job staying there.
Good ride on there.
They gotta have to
check
slide
by Hayes
here.
in front, just wide.
One more step, Steve. One more step, and that might have been a goal for Syracuse.
Brooks Brown really was naked on that one, but fortunate for Carolina, it went wide. Let's take a look.
Has him beat behind the goal, and just doesn't come quite far enough on the shot.
That's Casey Powell, their preseason All-American midfielder. He has the ball right now for the Orangemen. Powell makes his move. Morrissey in front.
Oh, great play.
Great save. Rebound. Syracuse still in the crease. And the Tar Heels are able to come up with it.
Big play there.
Oh, what a flurry of events.
Great goalie play there. Two big saves and an outlet pass now that puts Carolina in transition.
The Tar Heels move in front and a push as is a score for the Tar Heels.
Okay, it's no goal. That was kind of a necessary penalty there for Syracuse to commit because it was going to be a definite goal. I'm looking to see right now whether it was a penalty or whether they called it a loose ball push. So there's no penalty, nobody in the box, everybody 6-on-6. There's smart defensive play there by Syracuse because that was a sure goal.
Jason Wade in control for the Heels. Makes his move, the left-handed shot, just wide.
I'll tell you, Steve, I'm really impressed with Jason Wade's ability to dodge and shoot out there in the midfield.
The ACC Player of the Year had 8 goals and 8 assists in an early season win over Maryland.
You notice they're playing him with a big stick, trying to limit his ability to dodge and shoot, but so far he's been successful.
Here's Deering making his move. Brendan Carey behind the net to Deering. Left-handed shot. Another save by Gephardt.
This is great lacrosse. This is really fun to watch.
Battle for the ground ball, scooped up by the Heels. Peter Murphy on defense gets it up front.
Carolina knows when to slow it down. It looked like they might have had transition offense going there, but now they slow it down. They get their midfields changed, and then they're into their 6-on-6. We have an official timeout.
Player down.
Official time.
Back at Rutgers Stadium in Piscataway, Steve Tober, Steve Schofi, 1-0 Carolina, 6:25 to go, and Carolina on the move. Low shot, score for Carolina. Jude Collins puts the Tar Heels up 2-0.
Again, that was a sweep and a shot. Carolina looking, the first option for them offensively is to go one-on-one and look to dodge and shoot, getting a lot of good shots that way.
Jude Collins with his 15th goal of the year to put the Heels up, who already have a 14-4 advantage in shots.
So Carolina jumps up to a 2-0 lead here in the first quarter.
On the faceoff, Toby Price again loses on the battle as Jason Sanders comes away for North Carolina. So far, the Heels have really dominated on faceoff, Steve Schofi.
Well, I'll tell you, it seems like throughout the whole first quarter here, this ball's been down Carolina's offensive end. Syracuse has got to do a better job of getting the ball up to their offensive end and keeping it up there.
Jason Wade, the ACC Player of the Year. Carey back to Wade.
Again, one-on-one.
Sanders makes his move.
Backs it out.
Wade spins, nothing going. Good defense by Rourke Denver for Syracuse.
A lot of help there.
Pass in front, and fanning on the shot was Deering.
Carolina all over the ground balls.
Deering did not quite wait to get control of that ball. Goes back to Jason Sanders.
Syracuse doing a good job of helping out defensively. The adjacent men are sliding and being in position to stop the Carolina ball handler once he beats the first person. Great ball movement here by Carolina.
Mike Meyer. Nice also. The Heels being very patient.
Again.
Picked up a low shot.
Carolina comes up with a ground ball and comes up with a shot.
Whoa, almost thrown back by the defenseman, and it will be Carolina ball. Interesting sequence there.
Yeah, Carolina comes up with a loose ball, takes a backward shot, and they're backing up the shot, so they return possession.
Jason Wade, senior midfielder, 40 goals on the year to lead the Heels.
Carolina spending an awful lot of time on offense so far. Syracuse is going to have a tough time winning this game if they don't get the ball down to their offensive end of the field.
4:40 left in the opening quarter, 2-0 Carolina. Wade does not have the angle. Pass in front, shot, saved by Gephardt.
Super save by Gephardt. Gephardt's been big so far today.
Bowman with that shot.
Here comes Syracuse in transition now. Both teams knowing when to slow it up.
The Orange men looking to make something happen. Jeff Lowe, he's a football player at Syracuse, number 23. Paul Carcaterra moving against the close D of Mike Sciartino.
Now they have their midfield set and they should start to run their offense.
Carcaterra behind the net. Sophomore midi.
Tell you, Steve, there's been some great saves at both ends of the field so far today by these goalies.
Jason Gephardt for Syracuse, Brooks Brown for Carolina. Two of the better netminders in the country. 4th seeded Carolina, 5th seeded Syracuse.
Again,
Casey Powell. Now, Casey Powell, a very dangerous player. We see Powell with a move. He tries a shot. He scores. Casey Powell puts the Cuse on the board.
Now, that
It's
was just
2-1.
sheer determination of will. He went through 3 defenders to take that shot. And I believe he caught a little bit of an elbow under the chin, too, right before he shot that ball. But he didn't let that stop him. Here's the playback. He's driving, beats the first defender. He comes the slide, catches the elbow under the chin, takes the shot, and scores.
27th goal of the year for Casey Powell, the preseason All-American. Played a lot of attack last year, plays both midfield and attack. Now the face, again controlled by the Tar Heels. Jude Collins, their face-off specialist, coming up. And
that's part of the reason Carolina's been able to maintain possession down the center of the field for so long so far today, Steve. Controlling the face-offs.
The Heels being very patient.
Both teams being very deliberate in their half-field offense.
Brett Cohart falls down, picked up by the Orangemen. Casey Powell again on the move. Powell with a shot. And Brooks Brown able to come up with it.
Carolina doing a great job there, getting back defensively and stopping the unsettled situation.
You can see in these few moments with Casey Powell, he's a tremendously talented player, but Carolina has been able to control the ball for the most part. The low shot by Collins, another goal for the Heels.
He had a lot of room, Steve. He could crank that shot, and he put it in the right spot. Picked it up in the open field, had time to come down and really wind up and let it go.
Jude Collins puts the Tar Heels up 3-1 with 2:40 to go in the period.
There he is. See how much room he has. There's not a defender on the screen. He has time there to really crank it up and let it go. That can be like a catfish hunter fastball. That can be going over 100 miles an hour.
And that lacrosse ball does sail through the air with an uncanny speed. And on the face-off, this one being contested by Toby Price.
Syracuse on
it comes up.
Unsettled situation off the face-off.
Spin move and a goal for the Cuse, Rob Kavovitz.
Syracuse created a fast break situation right off the face-off there.
3-2.
And gave themselves a 4-on-3 advantage down in the restraining box right off the face-off. Here's the replay.
And Kavovitz, the
great
junior,
bounce shot right through the goalie's legs.
Kavovitz, 34th goal of the year. 61 points on the season. More importantly, Syracuse trails 3-2. 2:25 to go in the first quarter.
That was big. Syracuse had to answer back. Now here's Carolina again with a fast break.
Sanders over to carry.
Didn't quite convert there. Now they'll have to settle up and play their 6-on-6 offense.
Centering pass attempted.
Looking to feed the crease.
By Deering.
He keeps it in mouse.
Bowman just barely, no he didn't. The official did catch him on the far side, on the near side, excuse me, and it will be Syracuse ball. Bowman tried to get away with one there, but no going.
Hey, fooled me. I'm not officiating the game. Okay, now Syracuse has to clear the ball.
That'll be in the hands of Christian Fotopoulos from East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
And Carolina's going to pressure on this ride.
Andy Rodriguez, who's come over some big knee injuries, number 33 for the Cuse.
Out of bounds there. I think Carolina did a nice job riding that clear and broke it. So an unsuccessful clear there by Syracuse. Puts Carolina back on offense.
And with 149, a 12-2 advantage in ground balls for the Heels. And they've certainly controlled play. Hard shot.
Bounced it out a little too far that time.
Exactly, a little far short.
But again, controlling the ground ball, Steve.
Spencer Deering, and they say the turf is a little slick.
Well, I know I had a hard time walking out for the pregame.
Brendan Carey makes the move. Good close defense by the Orangemen. Ground ball again. And it comes up with it.
Syracuse comes up with it, and they get into a bit of a transition phase here and then settle up.
Jeff
realize they don't have the advantage.
Jeff Lowe, a bit of a wild card, has seen more action of late. He's a football wide receiver. Gets it over to Morrissey to find left-handed shooting attackman, number 8.
Again, Syracuse doing a good job on team defense here.
Morrissey makes the move as the shot knocked away.
We have a penalty. We're just waiting to see what the official signals.
Steve Tober, Steve Shofey from Rutgers Stadium. 57 seconds left in the quarter. 3-2 Carolina leading Syracuse.
Offside against North Carolina.
Quarterfinal,
30
the
seconds.
1996 Men's Division I NCAA Lacrosse tournament here on the Comcast Network.
Carolina was offside, so that puts Syracuse in a man-up situation. They'll be playing 6-on-5 for 30 seconds.
Good chance for the Cuse to tie. Morrissey. Shot in front. Knocked away.
Came right around himself. Nobody was playing him at the goal line, extended there, so he could come right around and shoot. Great goalie play there, saves the goal.
There's Matt Doyle and Carcaterra trying to control. Out of bounds, it'll be Carolina ball. Missed opportunity there by the Orangemen.
Right. Now Carolina's got to clear the ball while they're man down.
34 seconds left in the opening quarter. North Carolina 3-2.
It's nice to have somebody that can do that.
Mark
Dodge
Phillips.
about 3 or 4 people and just run it upfield for you and clear the ball.
Mark Phillips, the very athletic attackman.
The penalty has expired, so both teams are back at full strength now.
Deering with 11 seconds left in the quarter. Spencer Deering will have to make his move quickly. Deering near the crease, centering pass, and knocked away. 1 second, and that's the end of the first quarter. The North Carolina Tar Heels lead the Syracuse Orangemen 3-2. And we'll be back with more action right after this. Back at Rutgers Stadium in Piscataway, Steve Tober and Steve Shofey on the Comcast Network getting set for second quarter action. Carolina holding a 3-2 lead.
It's about what we expected to see today. A close game here, 3-2. We could see a one-goal game here at the end also.
And Jude Collins, who's been one of the stars so far with 2 goals controlling for Carolina. Here's Wade with a shot and another goal for the Heels. Jason Wade, 4-2 Carolina.
Carolina doing a real good job of moving the ball around there. Great ball moving, finding the open man. Just happened to be about 20 yards point blank right in front of the goal. He has time to wind up and take that shot. That was a high shot in the corner.
Syracuse builds itself as a transition team, Steve Shofey, but so far Carolina is dominating in the transition.
Carolina's dominating right now in almost every phase, even though the score is relatively close. Carolina's been picking up almost every ground ball and really running most of the offense throughout the course of this game so far.
And Jason Sanders again winning the face-off. He's done a great job. Rob Tobin, Jude Collins, a great face-off artist, but Sanders has really been dominating on those face-offs for Carolina.
Both teams doing a real good job when they get the ball offensively, setting up in their 6-on-6 offense and being deliberate and patient.